Like this guy has negative charisma. I wanted to show this because I thought it might be funny to know that Charlie Kirk watched a gay sex tape.
Next story. This is the Senate story. So Senate
boy.
staffer, if you guys okay with this, Charlie, I'm coming to you
Is
first.
everybody ready for this?
Dudes.
Oh yeah, it's a subject matter I'm really familiar
Yeah.
with. It's, I'm
Senate staffer.
I'm the subject matter expert.
Senate staffer.
Why do conservatives always feel like they're telling on themselves when they make jokes like this? Right? Like it feels like oh yeah, gay sex in the Senate? Yeah, I'm an expert. Yeah. I'm an expert on fucking asses and getting fucked in the ass. This is such a weird thing. It's probably it's not even a joke. Just real quick.
Staffer, if you guys okay with this, Charlie, I'm coming to you
Is
first.
everybody ready for this?
Dudes.
Oh yeah, it's a subject matter I'm really familiar
Yeah.
with. It's I'm
Senate staffer.
the subject matter expert.
Senate staffer alleged by conservative outlets to
No,
have
you
had-
got to dwell on the headline.
Yeah.
You have
Well,
to.
listen, I'm reading what NBC. If they say it, it's correct, right? If they said, you got to believe them.
Oh, I know, but the
Oh,
fact
there were some headlines that night in the Senate staff room.
that what the heck does a conservative outlet have to do with this?
Charlie, I know you're dying to give us your feedback on this. Let me
I'm
first
sorry.
read the
No, you're
story.
Right,
Now,
you're
let me
right,
read
you're
it.
Right, you're right.
Charlie's fired up.
Folks, Senate staffer alleged by conservative outlets to have had sex in a hearing room is no longer employed. NBC News. So Aiden, a Senate staffer.
I guess I didn't expect Charlie Kirk to just be so excited to talk about gay anal sex.
Staffer accused by conservative
Yeah,
outlets.
he's popped the stiffy. He's building a tent in the woods, you know?
Engaging in sexual activity in a Senate hearing room has been confirmed as no longer employed by the U.S. Senate. According to a statement by his office, the allegations stem from a video published by the Daily Caller claiming to show a congressional staffer involved in sexual activity within a Senate hearing room. Now listen, I don't know if we want to show this clip or not.
Okay, I have a controversial take, okay? Controversial take. Having sex in a Senate hearing room is actually pretty hot. Hot take, okay? But like if you can get away with that's hot as hell. I think that's cool. Yeah. Honestly, that enterprising young man should have been promoted, all right? There, I said it.
But
Yes.
listen, a congressional staffer involved in sexual activity within a Senate hearing room. Now listen, I don't know if we want to show this clip or not, but
Yes.
Rob has been showing it to me all day.
Listen,
I'm
we're all
like,
grown-ups
Rob,
here. We're going to show you the
I
clip and
get
you're going
it.
to like it.
if you haven't seen it, we're
It's telling that all of these people are anti LGBTQ, but they're all chomping at the bit to watch the gay sex tape together. Just bros being bros, sitting next to each other on the couch, pantsless, rock hard dicks. And if somebody's hand happens to slip in the throes of passion, that just goes with the territory.
not going to show it to you. I'm sure you've seen it. Here's a question I got for you. When you see something like this, okay, and by the way, did you see his response, what he said?
I have the whole.
Can you read his response?
by the way,
Most millennial response.
Listen to his
millennial
response.
so
Go
mind
ahead.
you,
It's our fault he had gay sex in
yeah,
the Senate
well,
hearing
it's
and filmed
it's
it.
homophobic.
How dare you
And
make
you
me
will
do
be,
this?
And you will be held accountable by a court of law.
By the way,
for judging me.
and by the way,
Can we at least
why-
show an image? We don't need to see the video. No.
So this has been a difficult time for me. Hold on, I'm gonna read it like him. As I've been attacked for who I love to pursue this political agenda, while some of my actions in the past.
They're all really chomping at the bit here to take on the role of a twink getting dick down. It's this is insane, right? This is crazy. It's not just me, right? Just 6 bros sitting around drinking beer, stroking each other while watching gay sex. What's gay about that?
Past have shown poor judgment. I love my job and would never disrespect my workplace. Any attempts to characterize my actions otherwise are
Hey, Ravenous.
fabricated. All right, and I will see by exploring what legal options are available to me in these matters.
Wait, fabrication?
No, it's
called
fornication, Tom. That's what it is. But
Charlie,
Tom, the
Charlie,
balls-
thoughts on this, Charlie?
Yeah.
Man, this is Sodom. I mean, pure and simple, this is Sodom and Gomorrah
And you know, Charlie would know everything about sodomy.
stuff. I mean, we will be judged. I mean, the
Okay, alright. I know that I keep joking about this, but like, Charlie Kirk could not come across as more gay in this clip if he tried. We will be judged. We, Charlie. We're all gonna be judged by the gay sex we have. We, Charlie. Just, you and I are gonna be judged for the gay sex, huh? That's crazy.
the desecration, the depravity of what was once sacred. But honestly, this is a pattern. What is holy, and in Hebrew,
You're right. That little twink's body, what used to be holy, and then that hole got filled. Ayo, up top.
holy means separate, elevated.
Oh shit,
is
butter.
being desecrated on a daily basis. Joe Biden had not alleged, but this like transgender stripper goes topless on the White House lawn.
Alleged by a conservative
No,
outlet.
the meaning alleged being, I don't use the word transgender. I think it's all fake. But the right there, right, the Joe Biden stripper on the White House lawn. That
was Trans Day, right? Or Pride Day?
They had the pride flag center stage. Dylan Mulvaney
It's okay,
is
it's
given
melting
special
slow.
access into the White House. Cocaine is being done in the West Wing. It shouldn't surprise us that Senate staffers are not just having gay sex in the Senate hearing room, they are filming it. They're
I am shocked. I am appalled by this disgusting act of recording the gay sex in the Senate room. I would never film my own gay sex in the Senate room. Never. Filming steals your soul. It is a defilement of the chamber. But if you don't film it, it's at least 75% purer in the eyes of the Lord.
filming it. And then he has the
Gall.
yeah, or some anatomy.
He has the balls, the girth. Like, what are you talking? Why again? He just seems so gay in this clip. I don't know what to tell you guys. Just
Then he has the
Gall.
yeah, or some anatomy. It's our fault, Patrick.
Yeah.
How dare you? How dare you? You made me do this. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. You made me have by the way, let me just speak. Hold on 1 second. This is a pattern I'm seeing from the media. The very similar. Look at the Politico story, by the way, of the Virginia House candidate. It came out recently. Virginia House candidate sex tape. This whole profile piece in Politico. Yep, that's right here. And I know it should be more recent. Yeah, this is it. Her online sex life was exposed. She lost her election. Now she's speaking out. Nowhere do they mention. She live streamed it. She live streamed her sex life. They didn't find it on some sort of internet thing.
Rob, get the link.
She posted. No, stop it. Stop it. This is a family.
stop trying to defile me with your filthy heterosexual pornography.
By the way, can somebody help find
this is
Vinny and
not-
Adam a wife, please?
This is America Fest, family friendly, wholesome.
Got it.
Think homeschool. Okay,
Got it.
that's America Fest. We're out of Miami. Okay.
Got it.
Oh, hey, this is the event at which he announced his intention to oppose the Civil Rights Act. Hey, look, it's all coming full circle. I totally knew that was coming. Haha.
With Miami, Charlie.
No, there's plenty wrong with Miami. Okay. Anyway, the point is this is a pattern. Okay, the degeneracy, the depravity.
Let me ask you a question, Charlie. How does the enemy? How does
This is a pattern, okay? I've looked into it enough. Okay, I've looked at thousands of hours of gay sex tapes, and they all seem to follow a pattern. A pattern of a problem being encountered, overcome through force of will and thrust of hips. And you know, I'm noticing the pattern. The sexy, sensual pattern.
How does the enemy process this? So let's just say Xi, China, Iran, Russia looks at
Well,
us.
that's a really good
What do you
question.
think they say? What does the enemy see?
So we know.
They look at us and what do they see? Certainly not the world's largest military. No, they see a twink getting dicked down into the Senate chambers, and they look at their own Senate chambers and realize that twinks have been getting dicked down there too. Twinks all over the world are getting dicked down. And they realize at our heart, at our core, we're all just human beings. And we reach out our hands across the world and finally have world peace, thanks to all those twinks getting dicked down in various Senate chambers, all right? This is a commonality amongst all people on Earth. Twinks being dicked down in Senate chambers, and this could be the catalyst for world peace.
Know it. I mean, if you read Putin's speeches, again, I'm not like a big Putin fan, but you should know he uses it as an internal rallying cry to consolidate power. And this is something that we need to talk. I said this all along, that the
he uses gay people as a rallying cry to maintain power. Yeah, but you love that. You love that Putin hates gay people.
Text of the Ukraine war is like gay agenda versus traditionalism. Again, if you read the actual Russian Federation speeches, Putin says they're transing their kids and they're chemically castrating. Again, I'm not a fan of Russia. It's not a free society.
I don't know. It sounds like you're pretty rock hard for Russia right now. If you love Russia so much, Charlie, why don't you marry it?
It's not an ideal society. But it's true that the trans thing is pushed by NATO. It's pushed by our intel agencies. The pride flag is...
How have we gotten to twinks being dicked down, and in the span of like a minute, he's talking about how trans people precipitated the war in Ukraine? Like, these people live in a completely different reality.
Shown prominently by our government. And if you actually read deeper, the
CIA is planting those twinks in Senate chambers across the world.
Spokesperson for Zelensky was a trans person for the last 2 years. So in some ways, Russia uses this as an excuse to say, hey, people of Russia, I guarantee you, and by the way, they're going to show this like nonstop. If you watch RT, which I don't, if you watch any of these...
By the way, I love that he's basically saying, you know, Russia did have a pretty good reason for invading Ukraine. They did have too many trans people. Like, that's what he's saying right now. That's what he's saying. Like, if you're a conservative and you're watching this, how big a fool do you have to be to buy what he's trying to sell you right now?
Russian television stuff. I guarantee you they're going to say, see, look at the Americans. This is why we have to reject the West. You have to understand, the narrative going on in the East is that America is the leader of modernity, and modernity gets you the following. Gets you live stream gay sex in your capital. It gets you lots of suicide. It gets you a lot of depravity. It gets you lower birth rates. It gets you pornography. It gets you transgending of kids. Some of that is true. Some of it's an exaggeration. But what do our enemies? The easy answer is that they're laughing at us. No. You just gave Vladimir Putin a gift where he is now going to give a speech and say, by the way, the people financing this war against you, where you people of Russia, where they took the vote, at night, they are live streaming gay sex. That's what this war is all about.
That's cool. Unironically, it's hard for me to listen to that and be like, yeah, that's bad. Like, imagine having to have that mindset versus like, God, that sounds cool. I wish I could be dicked down in the Senate chambers.
All about.
Yeah.
It is the internal rallying cry of the Kremlin.
And by the way, it's such an easy argument.
The internal rallying cry of the Kremlin. Twinks being dicked down in the Senate chambers. Are you fucking kidding me? How many drunk orgies have there been in the Russian Duma? I have no idea, dude.
To make fun of the enemy. It's like, look at these clowns over there in America. There was once a great...
It's not a mockery, though. They use it as fear.
I'm sorry. Also, this guy in the back just looks like he wants to jump over this wall and begin participating in this entire conversation. Like he looks like he's like just waiting to be invited.
In America, there was once a great...
It's not a mockery, though. They use it as fear. The people of Russia, actually, they don't laugh at it. They're like, yes, Putin, stay in power, because we don't want that here. And so
you alone can save us, dear leader.
Laughter, yes, but it's more like they use it as this is coming. When they hear Lindsey Graham say, we're going to come after, this is a war of offense. Lindsey Graham, maybe Klobuchar, Ukraine, war of offense a couple years ago. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Patrick, but what I'm getting at is the mockery by some, but the rank and file people of the mainland of Russia are terrified that the overtly aggressive gay agenda is going to come into Russia. And
oh no, the gays are here. In they flounce, exquisitely dressed, smooching and smacking asses.
This certainly helps the argument. Look right there. The Saren Ashton Cirillo is a...
Yeah, he called him Lady Graham because, again, the inside scuttlebutt is that Lindsey Graham is gay.
Person born a man who became a woman, who thinks they're a woman, who was the spokesperson of the Ukrainian armed forces.
Based. You know what? The Ukrainian armed forces have been doing great. Okay? They've been retaking territory. They've been holding their own against the much larger Russian army. Let's go. Turns out we need more trans people in charge of the Ukrainian military. Let's go.
The true conflict unfolding in Ukraine is the trans agenda, the excesses of modernity, and traditionalism. That doesn't mean I'm on the side of Putin. That doesn't mean I'm on the side of the Russian Federation. But you have to understand, that is what is rallying Russians domestically.
I fully agree with you, Charlie, because two things can be true at once. Number one, Putin is a thug and dictator and obviously an enemy of the United States. But we're embarrassing ourselves when we are endorsing and co-signing the LGBTQIA+, whatever parts of the alphabet you want to throw in there.
Man, they literally are just like, haha, yeah, every time they hear that joke.
So, yes, he's wrong. Yes, he's a bad guy. But yes, he has a point.
He does have a point. Like, I mean, are we allowed to have a thought crime that, like, Putin has a point? Are you allowed to say that? No, you can't. He's the worst person ever.
That doesn't mean we're endorsing...
No.
Yeah, like, it's like saying Hitler had a point. No one can get mad at you for that. That's what?
Okay, here's a fact. Russia has said it's illegal to have transgender surgeries for kids. Good for Russia.
Good. Yeah.
Honestly, that's a good thing.
Good.
People say, no, everything Russia does is bad. Like, what a stupid way to look at the world.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's good. And by the way, there's some things Russia that doesn't do. So I got in this debate, and they say, well, Russia puts their political opponents in jail. Yeah, you're right. We would never put our political dissidents in jail.
Yeah.
We would never have gulags or have Donald Trump face 700 years in federal prison. Or
Yep, these things are definitely equivalent. Yep. Ignore that, like, Russia literally assassinates Putin's adversaries. Ignore that the fact that, like, before they put, like, Putin's adversary in prison, they tried to kill him, like, 10 times.
Or lock up people because of thought crimes or making memes. You're right. Russia is so bad that we would never put political dissidents in federal prison.
Or kick down their doors.
Or kick down their doors, or have a dragnet because someone took a selfie in the Capitol. Maybe we're actually more like Russia than Russia is.
It's really ironic on this story where they're talking about a video that was obtained via dragnet on videos taken in the Capitol. Like, he's complaining about all this. Is Navalny still alive? He put out a New Year's message, so yes. But he's also in, like, solitary in Siberia, so, like, Navalny is not doing so hot.
Well, you interviewed one of the most famous Russian athletes ever, the UFC fighter Nurmagomedov. What does he go by? Khabib. And you asked him how many genders are in Russia.
He probably
He
laughed.
thought about it for like literally a half a second. What did he say?
I asked him, I said, in America, we're very competitive. We have like 100 different genders. How many genders you guys got in Russia? And he said, we only have 2. It's kind of disappointing at
Yeah.
first. You're like, I thought Russia would be more competitive.
Yeah.
But they have something called
It's true. We are winning the gender arms race against Russia. We have to keep it up, okay? We need 100 more genders by the end of the week.
Sad.
common sense.
Yeah.
And they believe in science, the real science, not the kind of science that we're being.
And by the
pitched
way, I just want to say one
today.
last thing. I think it's sick and disgusting that these guys did this in the Senate hearing room because
What should
everybody
happen to them?
knows.
What should happen to them?
Everybody knows that's
Well,
what
he's
goes
fi-
down in the House.
What should happen?
Well,
to them?
he got fired, but I don't think the senator that he works for. I mean, he's saying he
Senator
didn't.
Ben Cardin. Yeah,
So Ben
he's-
Cardin, he
Yeah,
was
this is a
Democrat, but
personal
He
matter.
should
Let's
be
not talk about it
criminally
anymore.
charged for defecating the holiness and the sacred tradition of our
Hey,
legislative body.
Yeah, and Tom.
For defecating? What?
He should be put in federal prison for having gay sex and filming it.
Yeah, because January.
Notice how Charlie subtly said he should be put in prison for having gay sex and filming it, not in the chamber. He didn't add in the chamber, just having gay sex and filming it. Charlie's really overcompensating for how excited he got earlier, talking about having to watch this over and over again.
6 was an insurrection. What was this, Tom?
Sort of an insurrection.
And that's no, it's just by the way. So did you know this too, Charlie? He actually did another photo. This came out today on Laura Loomer's on her page. He's taking a photo at work like this from behind with the mirror, saying, "I'm waiting in my office for Lindsey Graham to show up." He posted that. Somebody searched in his, went back. He was posting all that stuff at work back in the
and
day.
guess what, Vinny?
Oh, butter. I'll
Lindsey
take a
Graham
look.
showed
He
up.
probably did.
That's for sure. By the way,
These people are so homophobic. Luckily, the segment's almost over. Be right back. Let's finish this real quick.
wait, Charlie, got to ask you this. Disgusting, horrible, what have you. What happens if it wasn't gay sex? If
It's
it was
still
just,
of course it's still
would
inappropriate.
it still be a federal
Yeah,
crime?
of course. It's,
Okay.
it's desecrating. Of course it is. Absolutely. But here's what bothers so many people about the point of it is that he probably thought he
J.
could
Fran.
get away with it because, like, the whole gay agenda gets special rights right now in this.
Yeah, definitely, dude. If like a guy came in the middle of their fuck session, he would just be like, "Hey, we're gay," and then that guy would just be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Yes, of course, have the room. I'll put a sign up to let other members of Congress know not to use this room. I'm so sorry. In fact, here's all the money I have in my wallet. Please, just let me go, gays. And then they tell him to throw down his wallet and bring them ice cream. And then he runs out of the room crying. That's gays just have so much power now these days.
Sick world, okay?
Yeah.
So let's be honest. Like, and then he plays victim, like, oh, I
course,
feel so
Malachi.
sad from, like, wow. Like, that is weaponized narcissism.
All right, so let me ask you this. Let's do this. Let's say,
But yes, to answer your question, it would be wrong.
let's say a Trump was president today and that happened.
Well, he doesn't control Congress, but yeah.
But what do you think? What would you think his first reaction would be if that were to happen? What would he say? What would
I mean,
he do?
I would live for that tweet.
Oh my God.
I don't even want. I mean, I would just. It would be Michelangelo material. It would be something that we remember 600 years from now, and we display in the streets of Florence, and we say, "You remember."
We display the gay sex in the streets of Florence. Indeed.
Remember when Donald Trump reacted to the gay sex film in the Senate?
No, it would be a wing
I
of
don't
the
even-
Smithsonian with just
Exactly. I don't even
tweets.
want to guess. I don't even want to guess what it would
And mind
be.
you guys,
he would tweet something like, "Here things are happening in the Senate right now." He would do something like that.
Sick,
And mind you guys,
twisted, demonic Democrats having anal sex.
Pat, he was just
They're doing it
fired.
again.
He was fired. He hasn't.
Yeah, by the way, I love that they picked Italy and or like Rome to like make their point about where gay sex is being displayed, as if like Italy isn't internationally renowned for its gay sex.
Been charged or
He
anything
should be.
for
He will
should
be.
char-
He will
No,
be.
no, no. He's a Democrat, Adam. He'll be fine. Trust me. He got fired because they have to fire him.
Let's see what happens.
What
He won't
he
get in
did
trouble.
is worse than what 99% of the people on January 6th did. Let me say that again.
1000%.
What he did is worse than what 99% of the people did on January 6th.
By the way, that,
I need to make more roux. I try to be conservative so I don't waste butter, but it needed more.
It's not even that big of a shocking statement.
Well,
not.
I'm going to get clipped. That's why I repeated it
Yeah.
for the degenerates at Media Matters that probably enjoyed the video.
Yeah.
Valhalla Vidya. Valhalla Vidya, that is 100% an accurate description of Patrick Bet-David. Patrick Bet-David is constantly chasing whatever the shiny new thing is, you know? He's basically been able to force jumpstart a career by just having money, you know? I'm conservative with the butter. I don't want to waste it. I like butter.
So if you like this clip,
Oh my god, no. Okay, we're done.